I was having this thought process this morning, and I wanted to share it with y'all because, one thing I learned about myself was that, growing up militant, it gave me an unfair advantage. When it comes to dealing with people, and it gives me unfair expectations. When it comes to people, because I learned that number one, I can deal with facts over feelings. Number two, I'm always ready to go on the dot, right? And number three, I got a super soldier mindset where I hate making excuses. And number four, I like being uncomfortable in order to reach, that material inside of me that is hard to bring out. And so many people want to be great, they don't want to be uncomfortable. And I just don't like it. People be wanting to be great, but they don't want to be uncomfortable. It really hurt my soul, you feel me? So when you grow up in a militant environment and household, your goal is to never argue, really. Your goal is to never make excuses. Your goal is to never take things personal, right? Whether you're right, wrong, or indifferent. It's like your sergeant come in there, he could be the reason you're late. It's like, y'all need to get y'all ass up, y'all always moving slow. You're not gonna sit there and argue with the general like, yo, but it's because of this, that, and the third. It's like, no, you just get up and you move out. You get into this space where it's like, all right, boom, that's the order, that we go do it. That's the command, we go get it done. He like, nah, you got another 100 in you. Do it again. In your mind, you like, bro, I done did enough. I can't do no more. But then, in reality, he push you, and you know what? Man, let me get it done. Why? Because in your mind, you gonna be like, I'm a soldier. I can do this shit. Man, ain't nothing to stop me. I can get this done. That was always the mindset, right? Like, we'd be running, we had to run around the block like 2 in the morning when I was a kid. And after we do like this long training session, and I'd be tired as hell, but the whoever is the person leading it, giving the commands, and be like, how you feel? And we always had to yell, fine, sir. And it just drilled into my brain, because it was this disconnect between my body thinking it's tired, but my spirit being revived by shouting and having that energy and moving forward and forward and forward. And I be realizing I be trying to put that on people that just ain't feel like that. Because everybody want to argue about their feelings. Everybody want to be right. You know what I'm saying? And I be having to step myself out of that, because it ain't about being right. It's just about what's next and like doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with like, we need to assign blame. It's just, all right, that's the next order. Let's get this done. But everybody be wanting to be in their feelings too much, man. They be killing the momentum of things, because it's like people feel like they need to argue with you instead of just take the command. You know what I'm saying? Like, most great people, like, I'm talking like, when I'm talking about great, I'm talking about people that's able to excel at exceeding things, right? They most likely weren't the best people's persons, because, they was not probably regarding feelings all the time, because they were just thinking about the mission. Right? And most people can't do that. Now we got this society where everybody wants to be empathetic or sympathetic, I would say, not empathetic, sympathetic, and everybody wants to be soft about everything. And it's like, bro, you can't do nothing like that. You can't get shit done if you're always thinking about everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's just about, what's the mission, man? Can everybody just shut up and follow orders? Like, but even if you say that, everybody shut up and let go. Why are you talking to me like that? What's this? Everybody pride, ego. So that's the thing about a soldier. A soldier is, no pride and ego. It's like, yes, sir. Let's get it done. And it's like, what's the difference between that room where them soldiers just say, all right, we're gonna get this shit done, versus the soldiers arguing, why are you talking to us like that? My feelings hurt. It's like, nah, y'all wasting time, wasting energy, wasting effort, thinking about your feelings when they don't even matter at this moment. What matters is, what's the mission? How we gonna get this shit done, and let's move forward. Because the reality is, most people can't be great because they can't take orders. See, when you go look at what Deion Sanders is doing out there, you know what I mean, with Colorado, and when you got a good coach, when you got a good general, it's not the players that's the goddamn great. And yet. Because the coach makes the difference between how you win the game. You can have a bunch of good players, but you need somebody to help bring that out of them. They can have the skill sets, they can have the potential, but who gonna bring that out? You can have an army of 1 million men, but if they don't have a good general leading them, man, then they ain't worth nothing. No, they gotta. No, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what the move we gonna do, how we gonna set up the parameter, how we gonna, you know what I mean? We gotta make sure that, you know, we got the element of surprise set up here. We gonna do this, that, and the third. They ain't gotta like the plan, they just gotta follow it. And guess what? That army wins and wins and wins. Guess what? That team wins and wins and wins. Why? Because every great player needs a coach to bring that out of them. But today, people don't want to be coached. Everybody wants their feelings approach first before they get coached. Like, nah. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program, man. It's about the coaching, man. It's about the leadership. It's about the generalship. You know what I mean? If you got that leader in you, then you know the reason I'm following is so that we can get to the result, right? It's about the right coach bringing out the best in you. Because you have to be taken through this process, right? It's the same thing even with trainers, like trainers that take you to the gym. Yeah, you don't work out by yourself, but a trainer can hit you with the regimen, hit you with the inspiration, and get you together in a quickness that you probably not even gonna see. Yeah, you got the heart to go in there. See, and then there's different levels to the army. They not equal, you know what I mean? You got the simplified Marines, you know what I'm saying? You got the SEAL teams, right? You got the regular soldiers and cadets, you know, you got the Navy, you know what I mean? You got the Army, you got all these different tiers. These are nowhere near equal. And the greatest ones are the ones that can go through the most. You can take them through the dirt. You know what I mean? The greatest soldiers are the ones that can go through the worst. Them SEAL teams, man, them trainings that they be able to go through, man, it ain't no crying, no quit, it's fast recovery. You know what I'm saying? Fast muscle twitch, fast energy. You know, they got resilience. Like, come on, man. It's a whole different level. Most people can't go through nothing. That's why they can't be a part of the team. Yet they be wanting results. They be wanting results of people that can, like, who can take orders, who can go through the mud, who can put themselves in the most uncomfortable situations. Because what it does is it refines you. Because if you can deliberately take yourself through stress, man, ain't nothing can stress you out. Regular world, you might be stressed out by like trying to have a goddamn conversation about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like civilian life will probably stress a person out. Once you prepare for war, civilian life will stress you out more than war. Because it's like, for me, it's like having a small talk. It gives me anxiety. Keys, what you plan on doing next? What's going on for the next 10 years? What got you started? Why do I want to have the same conversation with people over and over, just in a different body? You know what I'm saying? You same conversations, different body, just recycle. What is 19 keys mean? Come on, man, do the research. I've said it many times. If you care to know, go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that literally gives me anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So it don't be personal to the person that I'm talking to. It's just having conversations that ain't working. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. Uber conversations. Who don't have a purpose, don't have a goal, don't have ideas. Too many people are not driven by anything. Don't have a vision for what they desire and believe that their best days are behind them. When your best day is always today. When you acknowledge the now. When you acknowledge the power instead of living in denial of the power. And what is the power? The power is the mind. The mind has all that you need at all times. The mind is infinite, can't be broken. You can only decide to allow your mind to become decrepit, but nobody can make you do anything. You determine that. But the moment that you start to seek self-mastery, you start to figure out, what is my gifts, talents, and purpose? What do I have? What am I here for?
And so many people seek the answer to that question without realizing the point of life is to live, to procreate. Procreation is production, is moving forward. It is duplication of self. Procrastination is the abortion of the ideas that come from your inner source. So you're no longer duplicating who you are. You're no longer reproducing, and you're constantly procrastinating, and it makes you feel as if your life no longer has a purpose. So it is not until we find ourselves productive that our life starts to seem to come back into a realization of understanding that this is living, this is value. We all need some fathering and mothering, brothering and sistering in our lives, family. And we've been lost without the structure of family so long, the tender care that a mother gives you and she teaches you on how to secure yourself. My mom called me the other day and she said, I need you to sleep. I need you to get a nice rest. I need you to cut off the world. I'm looking at you. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm seeing a lack of sleep and I need you to take care of your energy. You do so much. And that's what the mothering energy does. Somebody that reminds us, that is caring for us, that may even love us greater than we love ourselves at times. Father, man, be on security. Let me know who you're traveling with, how you're moving. You understand me? Be watchful. Fathering energy. Re-implementing the logical mindset. Re-implementing the masculine identity that carries me along in the world. Brother, man, watch out for them folks. Make sure you continue to improve, bro. I got some things for you. Constantly reminding me of my power. You understand me? In the relationships that I need to watch out for, the things that I can improve, and the skills that I can enhance. And the same thing goes along with my sister. Let me do this for you. You know I can have your back. You know I can do this, that, and the third. I am your sister. I'm here to show you a feminine version of yourself. Your family helps you tap into the infinite. And the masculine and the feminine that are in your life has to have a brothering, a sistering, a fathering, or a mothering energy. And if they don't, then they don't need to be in your life. Because they're taking up space and they become influential in your life when they should not be and they do not deserve to be. So when we are talking about family, one does not have to look at the bloodlines in which they are connected to. We're talking about the people that they're connected to and asking whether these people fit the energy of family.
Environment deals with all things outside of the organism of self and all things that have the ability to influence self. The development of your mind and carrying its assisting is becoming the key. Tapping into your subconscious faculties that control your behaviors and what you consider to be your normal life can all be tapped into by repetition. But it has to be repetitious, it has to be consistent. Things that are done once need to be done twice, things that are done twice need to be done 4 times, 16, and so on to forever, to infinite. When you have the ability to control your mind at a point like a laser, and you can focus on one particular thought, there's not a thing, a person, a deity, an entity, a system, nothing that can stop you from producing whatever that thought is. But without focus, there's nothing that you can do. Because focus is the concentration over a period of time that allows you to push. The same way when a woman is birthing, she is pushing.
She is concentrating all her energy to produce light. It is the same way that the womb of the mind from the darkness pushes out thoughts into the light of reality. A painful experience, but a necessary. So, yeah, developing a family is not easy. But it is completely necessary because family is the only power that exists. I want to say that again. Family is the only power that exists. All right, go look at the Rockefeller families. Go look at the DuPont families. Go look at the Morgan, JP Morgan families. And all of the places all of the entities that have power are families. They have last names that are connected to their families because families are an institution. And they are a tool to project ideas into the future by passing down a code of conduct, principles, and order, right? Your family is essentially your first religion, your first cult, your first organization. Family doesn't have to stay together. Family can be born and as brothers and sisters and go live and go about their own path. But when a family stays together, they should be together based on a mission, a formula, a vision. There were, back in the days, Bibles used to be filled up with the family names and a code and a crest. You understand me? Producing a conduct that was passed down. Families have particular skill sets in that family. Oh, that family is known for code. That family is known for building. That family is known for fighting. Or that family is known for this industry. Whereas the thought leadership that exists in the family, my family is known for the mindset of healing the world. And leading. So we have to bring back reason and purpose for family, not just idolizing our connection because we are of blood and kin and we feel that our paths have been determined, that our relationship must be because we are family. When I broke down family is not just people that are related by blood, but people that are bonded by the reciprocation and relationships that y'all establish. People that invest in each other, that help each other, that grow with each other, that build with each other, that tune into each other, that know each other, that love each other, that have a duty towards each other, that are in alignment with the same mission, vision, and values. Because for me, if it ain't the same mission, vision, and values, we can't be family because we don't have a future. Because at some point in time, when two people are not aligned on the same path, they have to split directions because their path will lead them away from each other. But those who are afraid that value a dollar bill more than they value knowledge, but knowledge has an infinite value of return. A dollar bill can only be traded by things of equal value. Knowledge can be traded to create infinite value. Once you get the knowledge, it is an infinite investment into self. An infinite investment into self. You straight forever after that. You make one investment into self and you can utilize it for the rest of your life. Think about that for a second. But we'll hold on to a funky few $100s in our pocket that will go to things that will have no improvement in our life. Nothing, and we still consider these dirty dollar bills to have more value than the knowledge that improves us. So there's too many people that focus on what they already know instead of focusing on what they need to learn to grow. I have a growth mindset that every time you see keys in my life, you done unlocked another level, huh? Are you doing something different? Come on, man. We in this to win this, we in this to rule this, to build this. If we had this sort of mindset that can take the access that we have, apply it, and win,
then the phones that we have in our hand would have already produced each one of us $1 million net. Millions of dollars per year. Learning is everywhere, teaching is not. When people say knowledge is free, they are saying that learning is free, but teaching is not.
Teaching requires time. It requires the essence of nourishing and designing a curriculum that allows you to increase your learning experience. Knowledge is the most valuable thing on the planet. It is an investment into self. So I never find myself thinking unfortunate about my skill sets and the things that I produce, because I know for a fact that if those learn to value knowledge the way I do, process the way I do, learning the way I do, you'll always be moving forward. And people who are moving forward are guaranteed success, but I need you to understand this. Some people are on a treadmill and other people are outside on a trail. On a treadmill, you can expend millions of volts of energy all you want to for the rest of your life. You can run on that treadmill the equivalent of 1 billion miles. But a person that takes 5 steps will always go further than you in distance. A person on the treadmill can never go as far as a person that is on a trail. And see, the treadmill is the consistent spending energy. Oh, I'm searching into this, I'm watching this, I'm wasting time talking about this, I'm looking and Googling and YouTubing, and I don't want to spend no money, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going. It makes you feel as if you're doing something. And you can find some progress, you get your heart up, you understand me, you get some strength, but you never gonna go as far in distance as that person that's on the trail. So you can run 100 miles on a treadmill and somebody can walk 5 steps and go further than you. And the steps that you learn to take, you understand me, especially for all the ones that you get through the investment of others' experience, allow you to go further without having to go to those distances that they went to gain the experience and knowledge and bring it back to you. Some people are happy on the treadmill, just spending energy, making themselves feel, oh, I'm working hard, big bro. Yes, you are, but that ain't the best way to work. Hard work is an old formula for productiveness and success. Creative and smart work is the best formula to be effective and successful. They say, kids, man, you know how to sell the hell out of something. Well, how could I teach you how to be a better salesman or woman if I didn't know how to sell? Why did I need to learn that? It's because I can take the most valuable parts of anything and I can magnify that so you can understand the importance of why there needs to be an exchange. Listen to what I said. I magnify the value of anything so you can understand the importance of why there needs to be an exchange. If you don't know the importance of it, you don't even know what to lie in. Oh, I didn't know we was learning this. It's ignorance that stops us moving forward. The more we know, the more we grow. The more we learn, the more we earn. You understand me?